You might wonder why a businessman is talking about marriage. Here's the truth. If you have a broken home, you'll suck at work. I've seen it with my employees, my clients, and of course, with myself. A strong marriage is the foundation for success in life and business. So let me share with you 19 rules that helped me, my family, and my clients build happy marriages and happy businesses. Let's begin with areas of control. Each one of us controls some areas of life. I'm good with money, so I get the final say on finances. My wife is fantastic with kids, so she decides there. We each get one protest if we disagree, but after that, no more arguments. For example, if my wife says that my daughter will go to a specific university, I can protest once. If she holds her ground, that's final. It avoids endless fights. The next item will be pre-marriage agreement, and it's not the one you're thinking about. Before we got married, each one of us wrote all the non-negotiables, those things that are core to our personalities and the things that we will never ever want to miss. As an example, for me, it's work. I love to work and I like to generate and I like to help others and contribute to society and I like to grow. For my wife, she likes cooking. She likes to give from herself using cooking and cook for others. Sometimes she will cook 30, 50 kinds of breads and give them to our friends. Those are the kind of things that are important for her and I have no say about it forever. Okay, so that will be something that solved us lots and lots of problems over the years. The next point is no CEO at home, which means there is no one person who controls the relationship. Our family has no president. Whoever leads an area makes the call. For example, with the kids, my wife has the final say. If she says no to something for the kids, I cannot override her. It helps keep things in order. The next point is freedom with respect. We both free people. She can do whatever she wants. I can do whatever I want, as long as it doesn't contradict our rules, the rules in this video. For example, if I want to take a weekend trip with my friends, I can, unless it breaks our agreement of no opposite best friend sex or single life behavior. The next point is being different but equal. We believe that God made men and women different but equal. For example, I may protect the house physically, but my wife can protect the house emotionally. Both are equally important and they are complementing each other. No opposite sex best friends. We don't do secret messages or just friends with someone who would date you if they could. If my wife had a male best friend texting her late at night, that's a threat to our marriage. Same goes for me. Loyalty is black and white. The next point is about money because money is important. One person usually makes most of the money and one usually saves it. In our case, I generate most of the money and I also manage it because I understand investments. If you don't learn financial discipline, marriages collapse. I've coached people who are great at earning but terrible at saving, and their marriages were always under stress. Put the time into learning how to invest and save money. The next point is about your single life, because your single life is over. When you get married, the clubbing and partying life ends. You can't live like that anymore. For example, I don't go out drinking at midnight with my buddies. My life changed the day I put on the ring. The enjoyment that I used to have as a single person changed to something else and evolved and upgraded. The next point is about giving up, and divorce is not an option. If your kid falls when he's trying to walk, you don't throw them away and make another kid. You help them stand. Same with marriage. My wife and I agree early. Divorce is not on the table. That mindset forces us to fix problems instead of escaping them. The next point is about sex. Sex is a connection, not leverage. Sex is the glue that keeps the bond alive. It's not a weapon and not a leverage point. Point 11 is about no secrecy. We don't hide things from each other. If I make a big purchase, she will know about it. If she talks to an old friend, I will know about it. Transparency kills temptation. Secrets destroy trust and marriages. The next point is protecting from outside attacks. Jim Rohn used to say, everything good on this planet will be attacked. Some friends will envy your marriage and try to poison it. For example, if a buddy says, man, your wife is going outside with some other people or something like that, I will cut off this relationship. Only good people supposed to surround you, the one who supports your marriage, and not ones who will attack it. The next point will be positive communication. Whenever you are talking to your employees, as an example, you will always use the sandwich method. You will not attack the employee with what you want to say. You will start with something positive that the employee was doing. Then you will have the layer of criticism or what you want the employee to do, and then you will wrap it up with another positive thing. That's the sandwich method. Whenever you are talking to your wife, your kids, you want to use the same approach. If, for example, I think that my wife is making unhealthy food for my kids to school, I will not say, hey, you're making crappy food. I will start, you know what, it's amazing that you wake up every day and you're making up food for the kids. That's fantastic, like, good job for you. And then, you know what, maybe if you have a chance, maybe you can learn new recipes that are more healthier. I really appreciate everything you're doing. So you're just starting with something positive, you wrap it up with what you want to say, and then you close it with another positive thing. Really, really helps your marriage. The next point is about empathy and understanding the other. If, for example, I want to go for a 1 hour walk and talk to my wife about different things, before I will ask her, going with me for a walk, I will try to think what she's been through today. And if, for example, I know that she will be tired, I won't even ask her, and that will remove her need to say no, and then she will feel bad about it. Always try to think about the other side more than you think about yourself. The next point is about public communication. Whenever you're in public, always respect your other side, even if they are wrong and they did something really, really bad. You don't want to disrespect your other side in public. It's affecting the other side and also you. People see you as something super negative and they will not want to be with you. So it's affecting both of you. Obviously, also try privately to be respectful to each other, but publicly, for sure, you need to make sure it's done. The next point is knowing when to stop. Sometimes we're angry and we want to say bad things. In that point, my wife and myself, we learned to stop. We learned to say, Annie, right now I'm not in the right zone, let's talk later. She will say, sure, love. And then both of us disappear, and whenever we feel that we're ready to talk, we'll talk. It's exactly the same way that you will behave with an angry customer. When an angry customer is coming and attacking you, you will not say what you feel. You will try to relax, think about what you're doing, and then talk to your client again. So you won't be emotional. In marriage, it's exactly the same. The next point is about marriage comes first. Eventually, if you think about it, you're starting your marriage and you're starting a family, and then at some point your kids are going to leave their home and you're staying with your spouse. Marriage always comes first, comes before friends, before your parents, and even before your kids. Marriage is the most important things that you need to protect. The next point is about date nights forever. We keep dating. We don't stop after our marriage. Whether it's dinner, coffee, or a walk, we make the time for it. It keeps the spark alive. The last point is about forced obligations. We, for example, don't do on any of the Valentine's days and all this garbage. I will not disrespect my wife by giving her a gift because the calendar said so. I will give her a gift because I feel like I want to give her in return for her love and commitment. My wife will do the same. We are not buying gifts because we are forced. If you are doing Valentine's and all those garbage dates that commercial companies forcing you to do, stop it. Save the money for when you feel that you want to give, and do it because you want to, not because you're forced. Bottom line, these 19 rules that I just mentioned helped me and many of my coaching clients stay in marriages that are not just surviving, but thriving. A happy marriage is not about being trapped. It's about learning, appreciating, and growing together. If you get your marriage right, your business, your family, and your life will all be stronger.